I told you why. But why me?
He
Well,
can't kill himself.
It's been 16 years and I haven't pissed you off recently.
All right. Our broadcaster is going. Let's jump into the session. I'm ready for some D&D. Probably. Are we ever ready?
No.
When our time comes, what was the quote at the start of this campaign? What's his face?
I have it. Don't worry, I'm getting there.
Yeah, Lord.
It was the quote of session 1.
Yeah, Lord Niatin, Glacius Niatin. He said, "Sometimes our moment comes before we're ready." That's
Glacius Niatin towards the sun before he was beheaded.
Yeah. So we're never ready for it, but sometimes you just gotta take what we got, straddle it, and go. So, if you are watching this, we are jumping into it. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. I need to go to push to talk on my thing. Okay, I'll go to push to talk after the intro. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is the Nobles Saga 1 of their campaign, book 3 of all of the campaigns. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. It is a role-playing game. Everything you're going to see is live storytelling. The story is not scripted, and it can land in any direction and grow and evolve anywhere, and seeing where it grows or evolves to is one of the fun parts about playing this game. We are playing in a homebrewed campaign setting. It is the world of Ilderon. You can search it right there, or in the title of this video, there's a website and there's a wiki where you can read more about the setting. Moving from there, if you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this video, consult your parents. You're going to see content that's not appropriate for you. And ultimately, if you are new and tuning in for the first time, it's ridiculously difficult for me to read the YouTube live feed. Please don't post in the YouTube live feed. In the link of this video, there's a link to our Discord. You can jump in and join the Discord. In the Discord, we've got a live campaign channel anyone can type in. If you type there, I will see it. And I read that channel in between moments while I'm DMing, and that's the easiest way to contact me. That is everything, so let's jump into Le Recap. Last session with the Nobles started on the 25th of Father. You guys were in the middle of a feast happening in the capital city of the nation of Ardor Sarai, that city being Ardor, inside of the castle known as Zenith Rise. While inside of the feast hall, waiting for the feast to begin, the party split off in multiple directions. We picked up just after Stradora opened her divine senses, felt an incredible evil nearby that drove her to madness and caused her to faint. The party was heading back into the feast hall after that event. They decided to talk with different members of the nobility and royalty that was there, and made their way to the head table, talking with Maria Asuen, the stepdaughter of the magnate, which is celestial magnate Ariana Bertolf, and the princess and head diviner of the nation. While talking with them, they found out that the magnate thinks that Maria, who proposed to a political rival of the magnate, her crush is wildly inappropriate, and it's wildly inappropriate that the political rival accepted her offer. As the party was discussing this further, Ariana became uncomfortable at the conversation and demanded more wine to continue the talks, which prompted the party to start questioning where the serving staff was. Sworn to do her magnate's will, the head diviner got up to go and investigate the matter. Before she could, Galesong, the god of storms, walked through the door of the feast hall. When you are a god who is capable of summoning all of the powers of the winds, tempests, storms, and storms and tempests that rage around Ilderon, and you walk through the front door, it's a little letting down for your followers, as people in the feast hall didn't quite know what to do. As he walked by, Reyna instead devoted her attention to scolding Galesong for not only arriving late to his feast, but for also not playing the role of God well for his followers. While they were arguing in the middle of the feast hall, on somewhere in a distant kitchen, Lumilia walked in and saw Corwin, one of the cultists, was there. The serving staff had been killed, the kitchen ravaged with blood, and bloodstains dragged off into a back room of the kitchen. Corwin informed Lumilia, or asked Lumilia to help her cook, as she was waiting for Oro and Oro's knights to show up. Getting into a small standoff with Corwin, another cult member revealed themselves. They were working on some ritual in the back room, one that required lots of blood, upon which they did not have enough of. Corwin promised that they would get more blood and to continue the ritual. From there, Lumilia attacked her, and Corwin and Lumilia got into a fizzy that ended with Corwin trying to drown Lumilia in a pot of amaranth soup. While this was going on, Mechalor, Reyna's awakened falcon that has been serving as a companion to the princess, was sent to tell the serving staff to bring out more wine. However, when Mechalor flew into the kitchen, he saw Corwin drowning Lumilia in a bowl of soup and attacked Corwin. Mechalor provided the help action to help Lumilia break the grapple, and Lumilia was able to breathe as her and Mechalor stared down Corwin. Fortunately, Mechalor has a telepathic link with Reyna and told Reyna there was danger in the kitchen, which then, back to the other party, prompted Galesong to teleport out of the feast hall into the kitchen, grabbing Reyna to bring with him. At which point, Corwin was quickly cut down by Galesong. However, the cultists in the other room went ahead with their ritual. They weren't able to summon as many shadow aberrations as they wanted, but a lot is enough. So that's fine. They summoned well over a dozen of these aberrations, and completing the final parts of the ritual, they summon Bloodlord Desmar in his full glory, which is a giant Naga-like person. He is a demon with half the body of a person, or half the body of a humanoid, and half the body of a giant serpent. From which he emerged from the portal. Galesong stood in front of Lumilia and told Reyna to get her out of there. Lumilia refused to abandon the fight, and the shadow aberrations that were summoned turned ethereal and started moving through walls heading towards the feast hall. The party, sensing an ominous foreboding, had split off, and half of them ran to find Lumilia. Another half stayed back to guard the feast hall, and the half that ran to find Lumilia ran into these aberrations first, as their orders were to just kill indiscriminately across the castle. Several of the aberrations stopped to attack the party members, and Anderson, Alexander, Kenneth, Maria, and Oro fought down several of these things in a hallway, with Maria barely getting away breathing, and Anderson and Alexander ending the fight on the floor, and Kenneth and Oro mopping up the last couple of these. Several more of these aberrations went into the feast hall and attacked all of the visitors there. The different military members that were in the hall were able to defend a lot of the important nobility. However, quite a few people did die. Among those people attacked Stradora and Claw and High Councilwoman Anadelia Renalpaw Surreal was also attacked. Fleeing out of the room, Anna went with the Magnate and Asu Andrea to protect them. Anna called to Stradora and said that even though it's Stradora's job to protect and defend life, nobody would judge her if she fled from the peace hall. Stradora told Anna to keep the princess safe and instead charge through the feast hall to help put down these aberrations that were attacking the visitors. Stradora nearly died, taking one down with Claw and Anadelia, and then Stradora summoned Holy Might and went and killed a second one of these aberrations. From there, she ran with Claw to catch up to Ariana, Anna, and Asuandra. That's a lot of A names. And in the process, they were fighting through are these aberrations that seem to be tracking on and attacking the three of them, making due haste to the Magnate's Keep, which is a fortified part of Zenith Rise. Before they could enter the Magnate's quarters, there were 4 more cultists there with another one of these circles drawn up. The cultists threatened to summon a not a demon, a devil known as the High Judge of Crimson. And when summoning that, or rather that was a very, very powerful demon or devil that was going to come through that portal, and it would basically be here, or basically fight, and no matter what happened, whether the party won or lost, the palace was definitely going to be reduced to ruins in the cataclysm of this fight. Expecting the cultists to say to hand over Asuandria and they will leave. Instead, they made one simple demand: hand over the Sage of Ardor Sarai, High Councilwoman Anna Estelle, who had been revealed to be a very powerful devil herself in hiding. With Anna weighing the odds of the situation, if it was better to fight or surrender, she handed herself over, and the cultists called off the attack. Anna disappeared through their portal, and likely with Anna is going to go a lot of the magical wards that she has put on and upkept on the keep of Zenith Rise. From there, that is where we ended. So it is the night of the 25th. Everybody's had a good time. You get a peaceful night's sleep, and we wake up and it's the 26th. What do you guys want to do? No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's pick up with Lumilia inside of the kitchen.
Must we?
Must we? I feel like people would like resolution. Give me 1 second. I am going to... Cool beans. Haha, there we go. The push to talk is working. And let me go to push to talk on Discord. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Cool beans. Alright, let's jump into this. Lumilia, do you want a combat grid, or would you prefer cinematic combat?
Cinematic is fine.
Okay, I don't remember the initiative rolls from last session. So, well, it's here, and it's 5, but I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to let you re-roll, because I don't remember what I rolled for Gale Song and Reyna, and I'm going to have to re-roll those anyways.
I don't think you ever did. I know you rolled for Lumilia and Corwin, because they were duking it out, but I think... Basically, when Galesong and Rada popped up, that was just like almost like a cutscene.
Did everyone just go quiet, or am I just going crazy?
No, it's just quiet. Waiting for Brandon to set the stage.
You guys can't hear me. I've been talking this whole time.
Yeah, I figured.
I have been talking, and I went to push to talk.
Sorry, I've been able to hear him, so I didn't notice.
The hidden fight. We'll never know what happened.
Thank you, Wesley. We figured that out just now.
It does have a slight delay if you're watching it live.
Sad day. Alright, and we need Corwin.
Just sitting here for like 5 minutes with complete silence, and I'm sitting there going, either Brandon doesn't realize he's muted, or he is really not talking right now.
Alright,
He's real bad at push to talk.
yeah, it's hard for me to do things while I'm on push to talk. There are other sorcerers here. Let me grab one last thing. Alright, that is initiative. So, let's go through the scene of what has happened here. You are in the kitchen. There's a island. There's an island where food is being prepared on. Obviously, you know, there's these stoves and everything along the back room. Barrels of water. The pot near Corwin, where you know, of course, Lumilia had her head shoved in soup. Between you and the stove, near the stove, near the wall, Corwin is slumped on the floor. From next to, or between her and you, there is Reyna. Reyna has her hand extended towards Lumilia, Galesong has pivoted and moved between you, or rather on your to your right. He is standing between you, the island, and the hulking Bloodlord Desmar. Desmar is not in range to attack Lumilia or Reyna. Behind Desmar, stepping out of the storage closet, you are going to see Sienna, who is the mage that completed, or the cultist that completed the ritual. Alright, with that, Mechalor is hovering in this room. I'm going to say he's hovering above Lumilia, flapping his wings. Mechalor has 1 initiative. Gosh, Mechalor knows only bravery.
Rob, I'm sorry if I get the bird killed.
No, you're not.
Alright.
I am sorry. I'm not sorry he's dead. I'm sorry he was killed.
Fair. Fair.
Corwin is sputtering blood on the floor. Her body is spasming. It looks like she's unconscious from Galesong's 2 attacks. Moving from there... Oh, I missed 1 character on initiative. Give me 1 second. Alright, so, moving from there, Mechalor is going to... Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to roll a d4, because I don't have a good action. 1, he attacks. 2, he's defensive. 3... He is going to stick to his orders to find and defend the princess. Alright, 2. He is going to get in front of Lumilia, and he is going to take the dodge action. And he is going to say, Young princess, we should really flee! I don't think I can take an attack from that thing, looking back at Desmar. Mechalor has taken the dodge action. It is Corwin's turn. Corwin rolls a death saving throw. It is Sienna's turn.
What did Sienna do?
I'm pulling up her character sheet real quick. Eek, 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 eek. Sienna, seeing all of this happening, is going to begin casting a spell. Reyna is going to cast Counterspell on it. Alright! Reyna rolls a critical on that and is going to counter the spell. That is her turn. She is going to step forward, start casting a spell. Reyna is very quick with the counter spell, the magic crackling in front of her. Reyna's orders were to get Lumilia out of here. At that, Lumilia refuses to leave. Let's see. Does this... Alright, big roll time. Reyna is going to step forward. She begins casting a spell herself. Sienna is going to look over and see it. and she is going to cast Counterspell in the same light. The quick snap of the magic doesn't seem to be enough to sway Reyna's focus, as the crackles that normally interrupt the somatic components, Reyna is able to work around them. Stepping forward, Reyna finishes casting her spell. Around Reyna, you see the air go dry as it loses its luster. All wind seems to stop in the place. The crackles of energy around Gilsong seem to simmer. And as she moves forward, Desmar fades to dust. Reyna is going to look back towards Lumilia and say, I can only hold this for an hour. Leave now! That is Reyna's turn. It's Bloodlord Desmar's turn. He's he is currently dissolved. It's Lumilia's turn.
Is Corwin within range?
Did you banish Desmar?
It is. Yes, she is in range. She's 10 feet away from you.
Cool. I'm gonna slam my mace into her head.
All right. Give me an attack roll. You only miss on a nat 1. You are able to do so. Corwin gets a failed death saving throw.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to have my spectral mace hit her too.
All right.
Not mace. Sorry, it's a butcher knife.
Looking back at this, I feel like Curious and Reyna are gonna look over at you. You're able to do so. Again, it hits and it hits into her. She's going to fail these 2 death saving throws.
Die!
All right. So, do you do anything with your movement?
Is Corwin dead?
Her body is.
You said she went limp?
Not moved.
Yeah, okay, I'll start backing away now and use my movement.
Do you run out of the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm out. That's all I wanted. Mechalor, come on!
All right. At that, it is Curious's turn. Curious is going to charge through Reyna's anti-magic zone and to the other side of it. He attacks the cultists, and this is going to be the last round of combat that you are aware of. That cultist is dead. You hear the crackle of lightning, the flashes and bursts of it. As he moves his swords, the whole kitchen flashes. Just looking back over your shoulder, you see Sienna is crumpled on the ground, a bloody mess of what she once was. All right. With that,
would have dropped me from Max.
with that, Lumilia, you run into the hallway. Around the corner, there is smoke and blood. Mechalor is quick to follow you in the following round as he yells, "Look out!" Lumilia, you almost trip over a corpse in the... Or no, I'm not going to say you almost trip over a corpse. Kenneth's there, and I imagine Kenneth would be running into the... kitchen at this point, and you guys almost collide head first. Kenneth and Lumilia are reunited.
Wait, I thought Oro told me to take the other 2 back, and he was charging.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's it. I don't actually dungeon master this. I just pretend to. Willow's the real DM. So yeah, replace Kenneth with Oro. You are going to run into Oro. Oro is going to see Lumilia, who is likely burnt and covered in the remnants of soup. He's going to say, "What in the bridge is happening in the kitchen?"
God and a demon. Is Maria okay?
He's going to say, "Barely. These shadow demons came out of nowhere, attacked us in the hallway.
Crap, there's more of them?
Your friends almost got taken by them, but
Gilson and Reyna are in the kitchen.
He's going to say reconvene in the feast hall. I told Maria to get the knights. It should be the safest place at this point.
Okay.
Oro is not going to let you walk alone. He looks towards the kitchen, and then
I have Macalor.
And he's going to say, "I'll escort you to the feast hall. Come on."
Okay.
And he's going to start running down the hallway. At which point you get to Kenneth, who's slowly dragging Alexander's body, and then
Grumbling.
Anderson's body, and then Alexander's body, then Anderson's body. You
Both
see
ways too much.
Yeah, you see
I'm gonna hug Kenneth and smear soup all over him.
I'm gonna hug you back with one arm. One of the soldiers holding Anderson.
Alright.
So he doesn't hit his head.
Oro's
I'll
going to pick up Alexander and slump him over his shoulder. You guys are able to run back into the feast hall together.
Kenneth, how are you holding up?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. I'm literally pristine.
Oh, right.
glow about
I
him?
forgot Mango was coming to the kitchen, too.
Mango's there.
Mango would be
Probably
there.
wrapped
Mango
around
can't
me.
help. Yeah, drag a corpse though.
I'll get Mango and put him on my head. He can have the soup.
All right. As you guys drag everybody back into the feast hall, you're going to be not reunited with Claw, not reunited with Stradora. In the feast hall, the soldiers that were able to defend off these aberrations have put up tables, put the tables around people, kind of waiting for an all-clear sign. There are huddled groups of nobles. Some of these soldiers are patrolling around the room. You can see there's a group of them at the doorway on the far side of the room in the entranceway to the feast hall. Slowly, as checks are, or as they're looking out through the hallway, they gesture for people, and ever so often, a soldier's going to lead like 3 people out of this room, and then back, and somebody else is going to come and guard, the nobility. Otherwise, you guys don't see signs of Stradora or Claw.
Does anyone need healing?
As far
Any
as
of the
the
nobles
people,
or soldiers hurt?
yeah, your companions are both horrific messes.
Oh, I forgot about them.
If you want to heal them, you're welcome to. Inspecting them, Lumilia, I'm not going to make you roll a medicine check. Lumilia can tell them to pull through.
I'm gonna give them each a cure wounds.
Alright, go ahead and roll me the die.
Figuring out how to.
Okay, it's going to be 1d8 plus
1d8 plus... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you just want to roll 2d8, and then we'll just add your wisdom to each, and you can decide who gets which one.
Wow. So a 3 and a 10. Sorry, 3 and 9.
Okay.
Whichever one's the most injured gets the 9, the other gets the 3.
All good. Okay, well, they're both at 0, so I'll just roll a d12. Even
Wait, who are the two?
Alexander and Anderson.
Which one's Jackal?
Anderson.
Anderson gets 3.
Okay, cool beans. Alright,
Alexander gets 9.
Add 9.
It's not because I don't like Jackal, it's because Jackal's not here.
That's fair. Add 9 hit points to your sheet, Anthony. Alexander is going to gasp himself awake with this divine infusion of life. Same with Anderson.
Not,
For the record, that's most of my spell slots gone.
not knowing what's going on and just suddenly snapping to, Alexander's going to start flailing over off of Oro.
Hold him down!
Oro's going to look at you and say, "Easy, boy. Easy, easy, easy."
What happened?
All right. You put up a bridge of a fight. Those creatures, they were a lot. Kenneth and I put down the last of them.
Where are we? Where's the others?
He's
Amelia, you're safe.
Safe is relative.
He's going to say, "You're in the feast hall," and a few moments later, you guys are going to see Maria hurrying into the room. She is still bloodied, as she has not had a moment to rest or heal. In front of her is Jalkin and Flunk, two of the Knights of the Magnates, and a plethora of guards from the barracks. With that, they're going to head over to the nobles and begin escorting larger groups of them outside of the room. Maria is going to look towards Lumilia and put her hands over her mouth. You see her say something to Jalkin. He nods. Maria is going to walk over to the party.
I'm gonna grab her shoulders, look her in the eye, just go, "What the fuck, Maria?"
That's the quote of the session.
She's going to say, I didn't know what was in the kitchen. Corwin sent me a sending, but I thought she was playing mind games with me. Oro is going to look and say, "Corwin sent you a sending?"
Oh, side note, Corwin's dead. We're gonna have to deal with that when she comes back.
Oro's going to say, "What did she say?" Maria's
Apparently, she was after you, Oro. Wasn't too pleased when I showed up instead.
Maria's going to say, "She asked me to tell you to tell you that she was attacking the kitchen." Oro's going to say, "Why did you tell me?" And she's going to say, "Because what if it was a feint? What if she attacked the feast instead?" Oro is going to gesture to the feast hall. At which point, Maria is going to look down and say, "I'm sorry."
Wait. I'm on Maria's side here. She was planning on using you and whatever soldiers you brought for some freaky ritual. It's better that I was alone and they didn't get as much blood as they wanted. At least this way you were here to stop the worst of the damage. Galesong showed up and took care of Corwind. They're dealing with the demon now.
The what?
There's a what?
Oh, there's a demon in the kitchen.
Ooh.
It's been a long 10 minutes.
Oh, Millie. Oh, Millie.
Amelia, that's probably something you should lead a conversation with.
I'm sorry, I was drowning a few minutes ago. My priorities aren't quite straight yet.
Note taken.
Lord Oswin, how do you want to handle this? Should we leave it to Galesong?
He's going to nod and say, "The God of Storms has never failed us before. Let's..." He looks over the room, noticing the lack of his wife, and he's going to say, "Where's Ariana? Where's Asuandria?" Maria's going to look around and say, I don't know.
Where's Claw and Picora?
He looks to Lumilia. Were they taken into the kitchen?
No, I was alone. Reyna came, but that's it.
That's where her and Gale Song went to then. Is Mechalor with us?
Mechalor is with you. I'll roll a d4 on who he is sitting on. He's sitting on Lumilia's shoulders.
I'm covered in soup, I have a bird on my shoulder, and a snake on my head.
Yeah. Pokemon trainer.
It's just, you walk in like that, and then it's just like, there's a demon in the kitchen! She's lost it, boys.
I have had a day.
Mechalor is going to spread his wings and say, "Fear not, I'll find the young princess." And he's going to fly off. And he'll roll a survival check.
Mango, do you know where your master is?
Let's see. Do you link me your bestial companion feat, E?
The snake?
But Claw's always doting that this thing is smart, so let's see.
Oh, Mechalor, we need to teach you how to hunt, buddy.
Alright, let's see. Campaigns.
If we made him a rogue bird, he'd have expertise.
Yeah, let's see. Attitudes: incapacitated. When using your natural student, can both move stealthily. Your companion uses your proficiency bonus in addition to the areas where it normally uses an animal companion. So blah blah blah. Gains your choice of skills for each level. Description: personality. Your companion shares your ideal bond always. The ranger who travels with me is my beloved companion. Your animal companion gains the following benefit of your favorite foe and your greater. No, Mango is not going to. I'm telling you guys as players, mechanically, Mango doesn't know where Claw is at. Mango has the same opportunity to track, but the snake itself is going to coil in Lumilia's hair, look up, stretch out its wings, stick out its tongue, and go, and then flump back down onto Lumilia's head.
Fantastic.
Taking that as a no.
Lazy ass snake.
Let's ask some of the guards if they seen where they went to.
I could just yell really loud and see if that works.
Unless you can cover the whole castle, I don't think they can respond.
I mean, I can amplify my voice, so...
I'm gonna find a guard and ask have they seen anyone.
Hey, wait, what about, Anderson's... one of you two's psychic abilities?
Anderson is weak.
Let's
Yes.
see. Anderson.
He has to be able to see them.
Yeah,
Or at least to
Anderson
establish.
is going to think for a moment, and he is going to put his hand to his head and say, "I can't reach them." As you're right, he has to. He has to see them. After which, Oro is going to stand up and say, "The Magnate's Keep that Zenith Rise is built into is the most fortified position. She'd know to go to the dungeons there. I'll go check them." Oro is going to look at Maria and say, "We're gonna have a stern conversation after this, but for now, with me, my squire." Maria is going to nod, following him.
Millie, can you top her
I'm
off?
gonna hug her as she goes.
I'm gonna ask if you can heal her.
Top her off? No. All I've got left is my 3rd level spell slot and cantrips.
All right, Maria's gonna hug you back, again, whispering into your ear. I'm so sorry.
Just send the whole party next time.
She nods, begrudgingly letting you go, and then walking off with Oro.
Should we follow them?
No, let them do their stuff. We should see if anywhere else needs help.
Don't like any of us can heal. But let's go see what we can do here. Honestly, you three of
Technically,
you
I've
have
still
one
got
foot
my
in the door.
beacon of hope.
3 of you have 1 foot in death's door, and no, sorry, 1 foot on the bridge, and I doubt I can do much.
I could put up the beacon of hope and heal us all, but that'd be my only spell slot gone.
Save it in case we get into another fight.
Alright, nice it is.
Anderson looks worse for wear than I do. Maybe you should sit down for a little while, big guy. We'll go take a look around.
All right, Anderson is gonna go sit on the edge of one of the tables that have been moved as a barricade, and he's gonna say, "I can't wait to go to sleep tonight."
Maybe.
All right.
Uh,
Give me a direction for the party before I jump to Kenneth and... Wait a second. Kenneth and Alexander are here. Stradora and Claw should be over here. Before I jump to Stradora and Claw.
I was gonna ask a guard if they managed to see where the Magnate, Princess, or Stradora and Claw went to. Just in case Oral's going in.
The guard is going to say the Magnate. Yeah. All of her knights went off one by one into different areas of the castle. When those creatures attacked, she was all alone on the stage. I had to defend the general, but I saw the Magnate flee with the sage. High Councilwoman Anna Estelle. I'm fairly certain she's a capable caster.
Did you see where they
wherever they are?
Did you see where they fled to? Was it the Magnate's tower or the Sage's?
He points towards the northern door.
I have no idea which goes to.
It leads to both. Hold on.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The Sage's tower, the Magnate's keep.
Alright. I'll ask the elders, do you guys want to stay here? Or do you want to check the Sage's tower just in case?
Might as well check the Sage's tower. If Anna was with them, it's possible she wanted to get them into a safe place in her keep, or her area.
Alright, Millie, you good to go?
Like, you motherfuckers don't know Artorian history. That motherfucker collapsed once with the
I guess I'll manage.
That's our rating, Rob. That's our 2 F-bombs.
We literally just talked about that too. That was the longest day in Artorian history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys head to the Sage's Tower. Jumping over to Stradora and Claw. You guys are in the hall of the Magnate chambers. There are you guys are in the hall of the Magnate's quarters here in the Magnate's keep. There is a stairwell that spirals up and down through this. On the top floors are the lavish rooms where the Magnate and the consort regent stay. The stairwell leads down into her personal dungeons. And there is a passage off of it that leads into the throne room of Zenith Rise that she uses for very special occasions, as most of the time her public business is dealt with inside of the Central Rise.
I wish I had personal dungeons.
Well, I mean, all you need to do is get in charge of a country, then you can throw anybody you want into them.
To be fair, your mind is your own personal.
That's definitely a thing you want to hear on the 4th of July. America.
Hey, it's called the Patriot Act. Patriotism's in the name, Rob. Please and thank you. But as you are here, also Andrea is going to be looking at the residual singe of the blood circle. Then she's going to look towards her mother. Give me 1 second. Also, Andrea is going to say to Ariana, I don't understand. I thought you said they would be here after me. Ariana, looking at the circle, surprised, and is going to say, I don't understand either. All right, dear. Let's get down into the dungeons. It can be defended with a small group of people. We only need 2 or 3 guards to hold it well. Also, Andrea is going to nod as she moves forward towards the stairwell. At that, Ariana is going to look to Claw and Stradora and say, until the nights come, I'll need you down in the dungeon with me.
Stradora, taking out her shield, goes, "Oh, I thought that was a given."
She's going to nod. You guys descend down into the dungeons of the Zenith Rise. Each of these are the entrance into these dungeons. It's a small, cramped space. Anyone trying to get in here has to fight, down this narrow stairwell into this room that's only about 15 feet wide. It has walkways that lead into each cell. At that, let's see how occupied this place is. It's not currently very occupied, and give me one. There is one guard down here, and he is going to stand up at attention as the magnate steps in, and he's going to say, "Your Grace, we heard the bells. I know our ward is the prison, but my companion, I sent him off to the captain to see if we were needed elsewhere." She's going to wave a hand and say, "As you were, we'll be held down, or we'll hole up down here with you until it's safe." He nods and says, "Yes, Your Majesty." There is a silence that takes over the damp stone cells down here. If the silence is unpierced, we can just move forward of the party. After a sweep of the Sage's Tower, you guys are going to be aware that there is, or rather, nobody has been in the Sage's Tower probably since the afternoon. The Sagites that were up here probably dismissed for the feast. The High Council meeting over doesn't look particularly disturbed as you guys poke around. Is there anything else you want to do up here before I just push forward another couple minutes?
I guess now would be the time to start seeing if we can find where everyone is, asking around and such.
Okay. As word is spreading, Oro is going to. You guys are going to just learn through the grapevine. Oro's giving the words to the knights that were with him. Look, bring more reinforcements to the magnate's keep. Search it down. and that's where most of the searches are going to be happening. After a little while, the princess, Magne, Claw's technically a princess, and other guard are found in the dungeons. There is a moment where Oro hugs the magnate before finally escorting her out into the throne room. Once word gets around, I think it's reasonable to say that the party's able to meet up with the debriefing knights and Reyna, the magnate, Oro, and Andrea inside of the throne room. That said, I'm going to say the whole party is inside the throne room of the magnate's keep. Oro is pacing back and forth around the throne. Andrea is standing next to it, holding Ariana's hand, who is sitting there. Reyna is stumbling. Well, actually, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, Reyna is stammering through her best synopsis of how they got through Zenith Rise's magical defenses as you guys step in. The Knight Captain is there, Flunk is there, Jaukin is there. I think that's all the named knights we have. Reyna herself is, again, just as tattered as everybody else, drenched in blood. And actually, I need to roll if she has any major injuries. She does not have any major, other than, the obvious sword wounds and piercing wounds through her.
She's not like missing
body.
a hand or
She's
something.
not missing a limb. Her hair is dried and caked to her face from, dried blood. As she is explaining and saying, they shouldn't have been able to teleport into Zenith Rise by any means of arcane magic. That said, they had to be using something different. Whatever that blood ritual that they did, it cost lives, souls, likely altered the land, world around it. I'll study it, Your Grace, and with careful understanding, I'll be able to ward against it in the future. Ariana is going to say, it's been a long night, but I don't feel safe in this keep. I want you and your diviners outside my quarters tonight. Reyna is going to nod and say, yes, Your Grace. With that, I'll have Listella write something that we send to the families that were here tonight. Killsong, is he still here? She's going to shake her head and say, no, Your Grace, he fared worse than me. He left to go to Umia's temple. She's going to nod and say, well, bless the four that he was in town when this happened. And the body of their leader, Reyna is going to nod and say, it's devoid of life, Your Grace, but with my memories restored, I do have the understanding that this isn't the first time that we've dealt with this one.
I'm not sure she's their leader. She's just a member. The other cultist that was with her talked to her like she was an equal. It didn't really sound like Corwin was the one planning everything. She was just helping.
She is going to look towards Reyna and say, I thought you and Gale Song said you rated Ardor of all of these individuals. Reyna is going to nod and say, yes, Your Grace, he and Councilman Kytrius hunted all of the ones we can, but we can't scour the entire world.
Supposedly they can come back to life, too, by the way.
Reyna is going to look over and say, no, the ones in Ardor we've dealt with. If you find the stones they're using as compasses and destroy them, they can't guide themselves back.
Those are just the ones in Ardor, though. Like you said, you couldn't scour the world. Could be a cell from a different country that just decided to act here.
There were those diplomats. They just scattered recently.
The missing ones from Red Axe, yeah, you're right.
I saw a fourth go through the portal when they took Anna. There were 12 in total. Reyna's going to speak up and say, Gilsong skewered one inside of the kitchen. You guys are going to see Ariana shiver as she says that leaves 7. She's going to look up to Oro and say, I don't trust Jalkin with finding the last of them. Jalkin being full well in the room. I want you in charge of the investigation. Oro is going to nod and say, yes, Your Grace. At which point, Ariana's going to look over to Asuandria and say, I've tried everything within my power to give you a safe home. I don't know where else in the world I can send you that's more safe than here, or that they can't get to you. Asuandria is going to shake her head and say, No, you're doing great, Mom. Reyna is going to look towards Alexander and then towards Ariana and say, About that, Your Grace, an interesting opportunity has presented itself with the Menders.
This opportunity might actually be the best thing because she won't be here, and since they can't track her, it'll be harder for them to find her.
She's gonna say the Miendeth are involved in this too. Reyna's going to nod and say, we don't know the nature of her affliction, and our efforts to understand it more have been difficult. That said, those here present in the room were able to encounter one who offered more insight. Ariana's going to look at Alexander and say, "Step forward, Lord Vega. Tell me more of this."
Alexander, kind of limping a little bit, will step forward, look up and say, "We encountered Esches of the Meandeth, and he says there's a fountain that could potentially cure Aussie of her affliction. But for his help, she has to do a trial and pass it, which requires her to go on a journey to Al-Yan. The 6 of us have already agreed to go with her if that's the case and be her guardians. Seeing excuse my language, but seeing how the shit hit the fan and we were able to at least hold off as much as we could.
It's a fan.
It's a leaf that you bring up and down.
There's hand fans and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more confident with the journey, honestly.
If we keep moving and avoid towns, they may have a harder time finding her.
Not to mention, most of us here, he'll pull out the pendant, the anti-scry pendant, and show it. This is a similar one to Aussie's. Most of us here can also be warded against being scried upon, so they can't follow our movements.
Ariana's going to think and say it's wise to accept the aid of the gods when they offer it. That said, there will be no journey. She'll look to Reyna and say, "You'll accompany them. Use your magic to take them wherever they need to go." Reyna is going to say, "Your Grace, I can't protect you all evening, ward off these demons, and then accompany these kids on a journey in the morning. I'm only one person." Ariana is going to stand up and say, "You've sworn your life to this throne. Right now, I know you're stretched past your limits, but I need you to grow beyond them."
Might I make a suggestion? Mechalor.
Mechalor is going to... Where is he?
He's on my shoulder still, I think.
Yeah, Mechalor, who's on Lamilia's shoulder, is going to stretch his wings and say, "Yes, I am Mechalor."
As stated, you two can go with a bond. With that being stated, eyes can be in two places at once, as we and you both know, so you can be here and then be there if things get troublesome where we are, and while still being here and protecting them.
The bird don't cast magic.
No, but the bird can also be Reyna's eyes, as we already know. Is that not correct?
He can also contact, and she can come to him if need be. Right, Reyna?
Reyna is going to nod and say, "It's true, I can perceive through it, and we do share a bond." Oof. Ariana's going to look towards her and say, I don't feel comfortable with that thing watching over my daughter.
I didn't either until he saved my life. From Corwind in the kitchen. And then alerted Reyna and thus Galesong, stopping a demon from being loose in the castle.
McLore is going to speak up and say, Your Grace, I have been awakened by Gussin in service to head diviner Reyna Renopal's surreal love. Yes, I know her titles. The magnate interrupts and is going to say, I am less of a thing with the intelligence they bestowed upon me. Well, with time and training, I could rival any of these young lords or nobles for their position. She'll look to Reyna and say, Is it true? Reyna will say, I could... At this point, I could teach him magic if he understands how it interacts with his soul. In some senses, yes. She is going to nod and say, Send one of your diviners with them. Mechalor, too. I don't want to take any chances. Mechalor? Yes, Your Grace. Do you understand how to use magical items? Mechalor is going to tilt its head. Reyna is going to say, I can teach him. Take him to the armory. Reyna is going to nod. She puts out her arm. Mechalor is going to fly off of Reyna. Or off of Lumilia into Reyna.
Stradora, do you think it'd be possible to get maybe some of your Sun Yeth companions to come with us as well, if need be?
Where do you want to get them from? You know, which opposite end of this continent do you want to go to?
Your order captain went back to Alona Guy, didn't she?
Yeah. So that opposite end. Cool.
Well, if we're going to Elian, we would want to. That would be not a bad detour, don't you think?
Sure.
If Reyna could get us to somewhere in Alona Guy that we could journey through there, one, it would bypass any of the cultists in this area, and two, we could maybe pick up one of your companions for extra backup.
Also, if it's at all possible, I'd like to acquire the materials for Revivify spell. I travel with the princesses so often it seems prudent to be prepared to save them. Talking to Ariana. Let me check.
Can't hear you, Brandon, if you talked.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. She said, what are the components for such magic?
A diamond every time I must use the spell.
It's like 300 gold worth.
Yeah. Thank you.
If we have it in our armory, it is yours.
Thank you.
I might actually want to look around for a bit for one spell component that I've been wanting to use, but it's a bit expensive. Might help me be able to keep at least focused off of other people as well.
I can help you get the materials you need.
That's the problem. It's a gilded acorn.
Who would gild an acorn?
I could probably help make it.
Can you make it it has to be at least 200 gold.
Nim.
Claw, your magics are very weird.
It's a gilded acorn stuffed with fur, a feather, and a fishtail. I know
At
it's
which
weird.
Yep,
point,
that's definitely in the armory.
Asuandria is going to speak up and say, "Oh, I would like to get a spell blade from the armory, just like Reyna's." Asuandria or Ariana is going to look at her and say, "Absolutely not. We'll get you back your spell book, but you are to stay behind the guards and the knights that we assigned to protect you."
Stradora, this might be a good time for a gift.
I don't have that book on me right now.
You were the one
Who
that had
does?
it.
It's in my quarters.
Ah.
At which point,
What did I bring up?
Flunk begins stepping forward towards the throne.
Should I be
Go with
concerned?
this. She has her hand on her sword and she draws it at the magnate and says, "If the princess wants a spell book, princess wants a spell blade, she gets a spell blade." Immediately,
Someone grab her.
Jalcum is going to charge forward
Aussie,
and attack.
tell her to stop and act normal, please.
Yeah, Aussie, tell her to stand down.
Let's see. There's going to be initiative rolled. Asuandria will have the opportunity to.
Also, I'm rushing
Jalkin-
into Princess Defense.
Okay, you can roll me initiative. Jalkin rolls initiative. He moves to intercept Flunk's blade. At which point, Asuandria is going to roll initiative entering 2. Actually, I'm gonna roll her a flat d20 of if she's surprised or not. She's not surprised as this happens, as she's been, everybody can see Flunk kind of break free from the group and move forward. At that, she's gonna say, I don't know what I did. Don't attack my mom." At which point, Flunk, whose sword is out, is going to which one of these guys goes first? They both rolled an 8, so I'll just roll a re-roll for them. Jalkin is going to draw his sword and make a disarming attempt at Flunk. Flunk is going to fend it off, coming to her senses. Sword defensively, which parries off the attack, brings her sword up next to her face, defensively, looking around at everybody in the room, and she's going to say, "Who's next? What happened? Which one of you want to fight?" As everybody, as everybody is kind of staring at her, Jalkin is going to put his hand up and say, "Get the magnate to safety." Ariana stands up, walking back. A couple of the guards in the room are going to rush forward around Flunk and say, "Stand down." Flunk is going to look around and drop her sword, putting up her hand and say, What happened? Why'd you attack me?" At which point, Jalkin is going to help the guards manacle her.
Do we have to do that? Like, come on.
At that point, Ariana is going to look towards Asuandria, and then towards Flunk. Asuandria is going to say, "I'm not sure what happened." Jalkin, looking towards Stradora, is going to say, She just attacked the magnate, who drew open blade. Yes, I have to do this.
Yeah, but
Blanc
she's
is going to
fine now.
say, I drew a blade at who? What? Why?
This High Sage Reina should be able to confirm that she's no longer a threat.
Temporary acute magical madness? It spontaneously happens. See it all the time in a little guy.
Roll me a deception check.
No, I'm not good at these.
Can I help and just be in the background like, oh yeah, I dealt with this a lot at the temple.
Do I
Go ahead.
have?
Roll it with advantage.
Yay. That's fine. I tried.
They're Dorian, they don't know about magic.
Ariana is going to say, Flunk has served me faithfully for the last, let's see, 10 of years. The last 9 years. She want to just draw open blades. Did you have a run-in with one of those, what were their names? Oh, one of those diplomats while you were here? Flunk is going to shake her head and say, no, Your Grace, I was in my quarters, from what I remember. At which point, the magnate is going to put her hand up and say, take the manacles off. Flunk is going to, or they're going to release her. At which point, she's going to say, I'm sorry, Your Grace. Ariana says, unbelt your sword on the floor. And Flunk is going to take off her scabbard, toss it forward. At which point, Ariana gestures back to the position she was guarding. Flunk steps back. Jalkin moves up back onto the pedestal. I think we're all a little tense from the events of the night. Everybody, let's take the night to sleep on this, and then we'll talk about this venture more tomorrow. You're all dismissed.
I'm going to head towards my uncle's church. I have something I want to ask him there.
Ed.
I'll go with him.
I'm still standing next to Alexandria.
It's worth noting.
You can't dismiss friendship.
It's worth noting, Rob, for Stradora, she's gonna. I mean, everybody knows this with their passive perception. Ariana has not stopped holding Andrea's hand. Like the whole time this meeting has been going on, they've been hand in hand.
Is that unusual? That doesn't feel unusual.
I mean, it's not terribly unusual, but I mean, it's noteworthy. All right. So they're going to stand and be ushered off to their quarters. The different guards in the room returning to their patrols. Flunk. Would they have left Flunk's sword there, or would Jalkin have picked it up? Flunk's going to move forward, picking up her sword off of the ground, tying it back to her waist. Alright, let's get directions for the party. Lumilia and Claw are heading...
Actually, can I just go to bed? I have no spell slots and I'm still only at half health.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed and let y'all have fun.
Okay, Anderson is going to bed too, so I'm gonna make a bed party, and then a claw party, and then a. All right, so before I go on, Alexander, what are you doing, or what's Alexander doing, Anthony?
Ariana and Asi left. As they were leaving, as they're leaving, I'll just call out, Your Majesty, you might want to talk to Reyna about the situation that just happened. And then he's going to, when they leave, he's going to head home, check on his mom, and get some rest.
Okay. I'm gonna put Alexander in the sleepy party. Ramon, what's Kenneth doing?
I already know Sidor's gonna stay here, and I'm not gonna leave Claw on his own. So I'm gonna go with him.
All right, I'm gonna put Claw and Kenneth in the Spooky Church party, and finally
Spook Church.
Stradora, what are you doing?
Sorry. Oh no. It seems like I'm going to have Alessandria taken away from me again.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's
With
walking
purpose
hand in
in her
hand
life.
with her mom, presumably up to her mom's room.
We're gonna let her baby go, man.
But
Baby.
she's mom.
You can stay in the same castle with her.
You, Sandria, 30 feet of stone walls.
I'm gonna love you from 6 feet away.
Leave space for Ariana.
You always have to leave space for Gale Song.
Ariana and Gilsong, don't forget.
Well, if all the purpose in my life is gonna be removed and I can't bug Ariana about things, I guess we're going to Funky Church.
Funky Church!
I mean, hey, it's a church for your gods.
It is, actually.
Alright!
Your uncle's a heretic.
The funky hair.
My uncle worships an aspect of her that is very new to a lot of
Imperial
people.
figure of Father A. He's a heretic.
See, he's a hairy, blood-sucking parasite. Wait a minute, that's annoying to kill.
Alright, so, those of you heading towards, Spooky Church, you are, well, let's move you to the Ardor thing. You are going to head to go out of the palace. The palace is in lockdown. They're going, and this is going to be for Alexander too. They are going to tell you if you leave the palace, and this, you don't have to roleplay this. There's no chance of you guys getting back in tonight.
You gonna make me punk?
Just let it go. We'll find an inn, or we can stay with, oh god, I was gonna say Marrow. Claw's uncle, or something.
That's what I was actually planning, considering it's a good walk.
Let's see. The other thing that happens, as you guys are at the Earth Gate on the other side of the portcullis, Thrasidanius, the amazing Thrasidanius Wonderspoon is going to be there, and he's going to say, "But you don't understand! I am a hired entertainer to be here tonight. I am set to perform for the God of Storms himself."
Peace is over, buddy.
Guards are going to say, "Nobody in, nobody out." Do you guys urge to let for the guards to let you out?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. At which point, they can't wholly decline your orders and keep you prisoner. And
I'd like to see them try.
I'll tell them, good job, keep up the good work. 'Cause this is gonna be a long night for them.
Yeah, reluctantly, the portcullis is going to go up, and Thrasidanius is going to look at you walking by, and he's going to say, "Wait, I remember you. You're the kids from the birthday feast the other night. The fans who wanted the autograph?
Yes, I'm surprised you remembered us.
The
Yes,
amazing
it's just that I
Thrasidanius
talked to you.
Wonderspoon never forgets a fan. What's
If
going
you're
on
trying to
inside
get
of there
into
tonight?
if you're trying to get into the keep, there's been well, the party is over. Gale Song is not here.
Small group
You
of
are-
cultists attacked. Like 12 people died.
I was just gonna say an incident, but if you just want to spread it around, sure.
Thrasidanius is going to. Thrasidanius is gonna say, well, maybe I should count my stars. My lucky ones, at least. Leaves a little bit of gold for not performing, but keep my head.
Dora looks him up and down. Yeah,
Mm.
you wouldn't have fared well.
Well, good luck to you, sir, and we'll be on our way.
He is gonna say, I heard the princess isn't dead.
No, not. Then we walk.
He is gonna kind of leave it at that. Just you guys walking away and say, "Oh, fine." In any case, he turns back to the guards and is gonna say, "Well, can you at least talk to the steward and see if I'm gonna get the other half of my payment? I canceled on some pretty prominent events tonight to be here." The guards continue taunting him from the other side of the portcullis.
And your mother smelled of elderberries!
What's the bigger party than a Gale Song party at the Magnesium Keep?
He's
What do you
probably
think
lying.
I know. Like, your lies sucks, man.
Oh boy.
Should have hit him. Think anybody would have cared if I hit him?
He would.
Yeah.
Where is
anybody-
the
I'm sorry,
funky
anybody important.
church?
It's an old Ardor, isn't it?
Water?
Yeah.
Oh, good, my old stomping ground.
Yeah, I know it. Usually end up staying there whenever it's a full moon, usually.
Alright, I don't currently have a card for Alma, so I'll do my best to describe him. But otherwise, the party is able to trek on through. The party is able to trek on through the night, up through the city proper, out of the city, and onto the paths of Old Ardor.
What time of day is it, Brandon?
It's by the time you guys get up here, it's nearing midnight.
Okay. I guess I'll tell them, alright, you two watch yourselves out here. And watch your coin purse.
Right. Alright. I presume I would know where my uncle's church is and be heading there right now?
Yeah. Heading through these paths of Old Ardor, you're going to see there are neighborhoods built into, the outlying forests that are here that are logged and replanted. Some of the town is built into ruins, but for the most part, the thing you're going to notice on the outskirts out here that is not so evident inside of the city is slums. These buildings are older. Not all of them have the indoor plumbing. Some of the rooms, there are wooden structures built on top of the hobbled remains of these stone structures. And these buildings in some places stack, as high as the tall trees over here. Heading down the main road leading through Old Ardor, you are going to see the temple in the distance. Give me just 1 second. All right. So Claw.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to be aware you're not the only person doing business inside of Old Ardor tonight. There are other people cloaks up, dressed in dark garbs, moving about the streets and moving in and out of different buildings here. That said, you guys are able to get to the front of this church, and let me pull up one thing for my notes.
Sure, you can also transfer his card to this Roll20 from the old game.
I could, but that takes extra time.
That is true. Remember, witch doctor.
All right. As you step into this temple, you are going to see it is composed of a cathedral with 3 towers coming out of it. Each of the towers has a basin on it for a flame, but only the center tower has the flame lit atop it. Stepping into this place, the moment you open the door, even at this late hour, you are going to hear the sound of wind instruments playing fast-tempoed music as you come in here, which is a little foreign for your Ardorian ears, as most Ardorian songs are sung with percussion accompaniments.
I presume I'm used to this, though. But Stradora and Kenneth might be a little bit
I'm
confused.
A little weird. We have civilized music.
That's fair. All right. So, well, that's actually not really that fair. It's kind of racist, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of the
As you continue moving through here, the entranceway of this first cathedral, you are going to see there are animated performers here that are using these instruments. Each one paying no attention to your stride. Upon passing each of these pillars, each one has a title over each one has a title over their standing position. Moving past all of these animated corpses and performers into the main cathedral. The second you step in here, the whole floor is a small pool of water that goes up to your ankles. There are positions in areas for you to take off your boots and place them. This chamber itself is about 30 feet in 30 feet in length, and I'm gonna say 20 feet in width.
Claw will do so and say, usually you take off your boots here. Doesn't want to get the floor dirty. Pain to
Yeah,
clean
no.
it up.
Take off my shoes, roll up my pants a little bit.
I assume my boots is simple, given that I'm the only heavy.
Yeah, it's not terribly difficult. There is a person here. They have a small stool placed in the water. This chamber is lit with different magical flames on torch sconces across the walls, each one a different color. However, otherwise, the internal sanctum here seems to be empty. Other than this person sitting on a stool, they have a ledger in their hand, or on their lap, and it seems that they are writing or drawing something. They look back at you for a second, and then they go back to their writing.
Alright. Yeah, alright. Claw will call out, Uncle Alma, are you there?
You get no response.
You could say it's dead quiet.
It's not quiet. There is music.
Mr. Doran, no.
Do I recognize the guy that's sitting on the stool?
It's a woman. You do not.
Oh.
Hey, you, lady. Where's the head person?
Where's, headpiece here?
Oh, the Death Dancer? I
Yeah.
believe he's asleep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh boy. I would know where his room is, right?
Where does he sleep?
She's going to shrug and say, I just came here to sketch. I just came here to sketch the stained glass. Looking up to the stained glass, you can see there is a depiction of what appears to be Alma, holding up a staff of light. Three beans around. 3 beans, B-E-I-N-G-S. You can assume to be Renalta and her different forms around the staff. And at the bottom of the stained glass, there are several dark figures and different small people behind Alma's depiction. Claw, you are aware of this depiction. It is the time when Alma defeated several vampire lords to save the lords of Illuminagai. Or not Illuminagai, of Ardosarai, blessed by Renalta.
God, not only is this ostentatious, it's historically inaccurate.
Right. Huh. I would presume I know where Alma's room is, and I'll head towards there.
Alright, yeah, looking up and going to the second floor here, you're able to go off into one of the offshoots of the cathedral, knocking on the door of the private chambers. When the bridge is it? opening the door, you're going to see a tall, slender figure. In one hand, he has a large, ostentatious hat, at which he shakes and fluffs several times before placing on his head. He looks around and looks down and sees Claw and says, "Ah, Claw, who have you brought with you?"
This is Kenneth and Stradora, my friends. I was kind of hoping you'd ask a question or some help with another acquaintance of mine and possibly ask if we can stay the night here, as things have been getting kind of rough up at the castle.
He's going to say, yeah, if you find any place to sleep here, the cathedral's open to all those who want to dance to Renalta's name. Any kids looking to become initiated death dancers?
No, we dealt with one of your wannabes earlier this week.
I'm a vested paladin of Lilia, so...
Wannabes. We're celebrating Renalta's glorious name.
No, wannabes he wasn't as good as he was stating. Also, I was asking if you could possibly help contact my father to help a friend of mine get somewhere safer, as she's been kind of harassed a little bit, or feeling uncomfortable lately, not too far away from here in an inn because of what she appears. Thought that our village might be a better place for her to rest at if, well, she's going to probably be here a while.
She has snakes in her hair.
Ooh, snakes in her hair. I've heard about those. The Irakin, afflicted with demonic, are afflicted with demonic influence from birth.
Yeah, she was staying at, what was the name of that inn again? I wrote it down somewhere.
I can pull it up in my notes. Lonely Lock? Was is this?
I want to say it's a Lonely Lock. Her name is Adinan Olea?
Avira.
Avira.
He's going to say, yeah, I can contact your dad. The priests are trained to are ordered to attack anyone who starts causing trouble down there. In any case, this Avira one, it reminds me of a similar tale. Little long ago, another one afflicted with demonic influence. Did I tell you of the time I healed the princess? And makes for quite the regaling tale.
That it does.
I succeeded where your father and our companions could not. He fought these here.
I slayed 2 shadow demons, so it was a pretty cool story too.
And he's gonna say, have you ever fought 2 vampire lords and their demigod husk of a weapon all at the same time while defending off hundreds of nobles? I'm not weighing my accomplishments against yours. Just curiosity.
No, I haven't, sir. I'm only 14 and a half.
You're young in the eyes of Renalta, but to the Oath Mother Haldora, age is no indicator of the responsibilities you're capable of undertaking.
Do tell.
He's going to gesture across the way and say, "Come, sit in my office. I will tell."
That was sarcasm, sir. I follow the Forgotten Song. I know what Haldora expects of me.
Oh, did I tell you I used to travel with one who followed the Forgotten Song? This nation sings fables of him, but really, he was an upstanding enough fella.
No, I didn't know.
We appreciate this, sir, but we should probably get some rest. We've sort of had a long day, and we need some time to recover.
Mm.
I say look like they both look like hell, and I look perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I stand with dignity and grace. Internally, I hurt inside.
And either, or rather, Alma is going to take his hat and say, "Oh, you know what? I got something just for each of you. Let's see. I think I left it in here." He puts his entire arm inside of his hat. It doesn't look like it is.
It's a hat of holding? The handy hammer hat?
He himself is going to stick his head in there and his shoulders and say, "Where did I put it?" Maybe one of you can find it. He takes his self out of the hat and puts it up for Stradora, Claw, or Kenneth to look inside.
Stick my hand in there. Over with.
There is a bottom to the hat. You stick your hand in there, you just touch the top of the hat. Your arm doesn't go anywhere. And he's gonna say, "Ah! Here it is." He reaches behind Claw's ear, whispering a word. Magic is going to dance from his hand through Claw's head into Stradora's chest. You guys are each restored. Give me 1 second to grab some D8s. You guys are each restored for 10, 18, 21 points of HP as he pulls out a little light from behind Claw's ears that dissipates and says, "Ah, that's where I put it." He takes his hat from Kenneth, shakes it a little, bows, puts it back on his head.
Just standing there blinking, just...
Thank you.
Oh, you kids don't like magic tricks? Fine, go find somewhere to sleep. Just leave my door alone. He gestures.
Alright. That's my uncle. And he'll show them to where he usually would. I think it's like a small guest room, nothing too fancy.
Yeah, there's specs for this temple inside of the spell that created it, but I'm not going to go read them.
Alright. Is there a place in this building that would allow me to escape this godforsaken flute music?
No, there is not. It is omnipresent.
Well, then I'm going to go sleep with the wolves.
Which one?
You're literally sleeping with one right
The
now.
one's not related to Claw.
Which one?
Sorry, but technically speaking, even the wolves outside are related to
And
me.
I'm gonna go sleep with the bears!
Are you sure they're not related to Claw?
I usually have to train. I usually have to talk to them.
But yeah, fine, whatever. If we find a guest room, it's not worth shambling across Ardor.
Alrighty.
Disgruntled teen ghost.
I can't guarantee you a safe place in Old Arter.
This is as safe of a place in Old Arter as you can get.
Yeah.
I was going to go to so
And I actually don't even know if Kenneth's family lives in the capital or they live in an outside area.
Alright, are you guys all sleeping in one room, or are you guys split into different rooms?
If we can, let's get the nice young lady her space. The brood.
I'll roll a d4 of how many rooms are available. There are 4 rooms available.
Oh, good. Okay, we're taking our own rooms.
cool.
Alright, so the night passes. The night passes near uneventfully. Kenneth,
Yes.
you are sleeping somberly until you feel a thud. You are awoken in the night. You are tied up. Somebody is dragging you. They have dragged you off the bed. Another person in the room is going to say, "Careful!" As they are moving you towards a window.
What can I roll to try to get myself out of the rope?
Have you considered making a lot of noise?
Yeah, you can either try and make a bunch of noise, or you can roll a acrobatics check, trying to wiggle your way out of the rope. It's contested by whoever tied the rope.
I'm gonna first try an acrobatic.
I believe you.
Oh, bit of advantage.
All right, you're going to be able to get enough hands free as these people are handling you. And I'm going to roll you a percentage die of how soon you're able to get free. They have you at the window. They are about to toss you out of the window. It looks like there's somebody down below ready to catch you. You're able to slip a hand free enough. Once your hand's free, there's enough space to kind of wiggle and move your leg. For all effective purposes, you're free from these ropes. They are not aware as they're about to toss you. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm out of the rope, so I guess I'll get out of the way so they can't throw me out the window.
Okay, they are carrying you. I'm sorry, I should have been more. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, you're
okay.
out of the
All right.
ropes. You're free. They're about to toss you out of the window, but just think of if you were heaving like a restrained person.
You've
all right.
gone from potato sack to toddler.
So you're going to try and get free of their grapple. That's going to be another contested acrobatics check. As one of them is going to look down and say, "Oh, I think he's awake."
Okay.
And he's going to say, "Keep it down." The one that is holding you is actually going to beat your grapple. He is going to pull out a flat. He's going to pull out a flat object and say, "Boy, I knew I seen you before around these parts, pretty boy." And he is going to attack you. Rolling a 15 versus your AC.
That matches.
All right, he hits you with a sap across the back of the head, dealing a total of 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 6, dealing a total of 16 bludgeoning damage. I'm assuming Kenneth is still up.
I'm bloody.
All right. Yeah, if you're still awake, he's gonna look at his sap and look at your head, and say, "You can roll me initiative if you want." He's entering initiative as he raises it again to hit you.
Roll initiative.
You are going to beat him for initiative. You are still grappled by his companion. He's got the sap in the air. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do another acrobatics check to get out.
Okay.
I can't really do much.
Go for it. That's contested by his companion. You are going to break free. You are not grappled. You can move your movement speed.
So I guess I'll move out of the way. And draw my rapier if I can.
You can disengage as a bonus action.
I can?
If you have cunning action, if you're a second level rogue, you are able to.
Yes. Okay, I didn't know we were in that type of situation, in which case, and yeah, I will use my bonus action to disengage.
All
Like,
right.
I'm pretty sure the dude already bonked you on the head, so it's like I was just worried he's gonna bonk you on the way out.
All right.
Thank you for that, Rob.
You disengage. Running to the side of the room, you're able to draw your rapier. He's going to say, "Oh, now come now, little laddie. Saw you walking around with some high uppity nobles. You were. I just want a bit gold from you." They enter initiative at 15 and 14. His companion's going to go and block the door. He readies an action to it. I can't tell you what his readied action is. The second one with the sap is going to move forward and attack you. A 14 versus your AC.
That misses.
All right. At this point, he's going to keep the sap in one hand, pull out a dagger with the other, and says, "Doesn't have to get ugly."
Am I able to call out for help, as a free action, or is that an actual
There's
action?
a gag on your mouth. It's your item interaction this round for free to take it off.
Okay, so I guess I'll use that to take it off. That free action. And then, let me see something here real quick. Alright, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Insightful Fighting on the guy in front of me.
Okay.
I'm gonna slip through his dagger. So I'm gonna make a insight check on him.
And he has to contest that with a charisma deception?
Yes.
Alright, roll me that check. He rolled a 11. Yeah.
Okay.
You can apply your sneak attack if you hit him.
So I will attack the guy and through the dagger then.
Alright, roll me an attack roll. 11 is not going to hit him as he just barely moves out of the way of your rapier. I'm going to roll checks for Claw and Stradora. Claw and Stradora. It is the middle of. Well, actually, let's get to less.
I almost got away with it.
Claw and Stradora. It is the middle of the night. You guys are sleeping soundly, and then you just hear from the other room. It's enough to bring you awake to your senses, but this is also a public building. What do you guys want to do?
Grab my sword, go into Kenneth's room.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and head towards that room where I heard the sound.
Attacked by a bunch of shadow demons tonight. I don't.
On edge.
Yeah, I'm in the mood.
Go ahead and roll me initiative, and I'll take your actions inside of.
Follow-up question: have I finished a long rest?
No.
No.
Okay.
Maybe a short rest?
I don't think it really matters. Granted.
All right. What are we working with? We got 11. I should have been. I can write this down right now.
Alright. And initiative, I have advantage.
Nice.
I got a 13.
Wait, is that a double nat 1? That's the
No.
only way you can get a...
No. It shows up red no matter what.
The way it rolls is that it basically it's doing advantage without the double roll.
Okay.
So one of them was a nat 1.
Yes. I can tell you this, I don't have a plus 12 to initiative.
Oh, interesting. That's weird. Okay, so, let's see. Kenneth, you rolled a 17, I believe? Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Let's see. The next up was the, 2 kidnappers at, 15 and 14, respectively. 13 for Claw, and 11 for Stradora. Okay, so, we will handle everybody's initiative when it becomes time. So that was your insightful fighting. You woke up everybody on your turn. 15, on the 15 initiative count, this guy is going to move forward and take another attack at Kenneth, and he is going to hit. He doesn't have an ally near you. He doesn't get a sneak attack. Oh, sad day. Oh, well, I'll take max damage, though. He deals 9 points of damage to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. Oh, what did he roll?
Before any bonuses, he rolled a flat 18.
Oh, yeah, no. Get out of there.
Yeah.
So, actually, hold on. With bonuses, what was it?
With bonuses, let's see. That's going to be a 23.
Yeah, no, never mind. That hit.
All right. He hits you with this blade. It coming up deadly close to your neck. Is Kenneth still up?
Yep.
All right. That is his turn. His friend continues his readied action. The other friend gets suspicious at the call, and he's going to enter initiative at the bottom, outside the window, and he's going to shout up and say, "Oi, what's the hold up?" The guy's going to say, "Wayne, shut your mouth!" I'm kidding. All right, so let's see. That's the 15, the 14, the 14. Claw, 13. You see Stradora flying out of her room in this hallway. You move towards Kenneth's room. The door is the door. No, would Kenneth have locked the door?
I don't see why I would.
Yeah. Okay. The door is not locked, but the door does not open. Claw.
Oh boy.
It's an athletics check to force it open, or break it down.
Alright, I'll try and do that.
Alright, give me a contested athletics check. As a player, you know there's somebody on the other side of this door holding it closed.
Yep.
Wish I'd seen. Oh well. Too late now.
You are going to be able to shove this door open. The person on the other side holding it back and saying, I think he's got... and then he is pushed aside as you push into the room.
Oh boy. Claw's going to enter in with 2 scimitars drawn, and
So give me a second, because his readied action was he attacks an enemy if he gets close, but he technically didn't know you were there to count you as an enemy, so I'm not going to say his readied action triggers on you.
okay. Do I still have... that was my action to open it, or was
if
that...
you attack him, it is going to trigger his readied action.
Okay.
It was your action to open it.
Alright. In which case, what do I do on a... I'm going to use... Is that a bonus action to do that? Real quick. Hold on, I need to double check with the... Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I'm going to move out in enough that Stradora can walk in freely, and basically just have myself ready with Zephyr Strike active. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action. Yeah, that's not an attack. It's up. And now that's my turn.
I'm sorry. Stradora, it is your turn. You see Claw run to Kenneth's room, wiggle the handle. He can't get in. He rams his shoulder against the door, forces the door open, and you hear the sound of voices and a scuffle inside.
Oh, and Mango's at initiative 6, by the way.
Okay, cool. I will take her at initiative 6.
I'm going to rush in. Sword out.
Okay. You see Kenneth pressed to the wall. There's a man with a short sword and a club in his hand, who has Kenneth pinned back there. There's another man stumbling to regain his balance, facing off against Claw near the door.
Well, we've got a ready action to go trigger.
Yeah, if you move to attack this man, he's going to see you as a threat. He's going to whip his short sword at you, and he's going to have a 21 versus your AC.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That's going to hit. He can't trigger his sneak attack. He deals 4 points of damage.
Well, we all know how this is going to go. So.
You got healed by Alma, remember?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying about the part where I miss.
Oh.
Anywho.
10, he's going to move out of the way of your greatsword. Short sword up into... that hits. Roll me damage on that second attack.
Oh, we're rolling damage. We're rolling damage. And Spidey, a second level spell slot.
When you hit this man, the radiant energy is going to burn through his leather armor. Excuse me, at which point he is bloodied. Let's see, that's Stradora's turn. It's Mango's turn.
Alright, Mango's going to... You know what? She's going to annoy this guy. She's going to go ahead and start attacking the guy, trying to wrap around him and get him off of Kenneth.
Alright, she's able to slither to the other side of the room. Give me an attack roll.
Alright, and she has this as an advantage because Kenneth is right next to her.
17 hits. Roll damage.
Eight.
Alright, let me record that. That's the first bit of damage he's taken. Because I do believe Kenneth missed him. I'm gonna name him Kidnapper 1. He is not bloodied. And Kidnapper 2 is bloodied. I didn't denote a name for him.
They don't need names, they're corpses.
Yeah. Alright. At that, let's see. It's the top of the round. Kenneth, it's your turn. Congratulations, you lived another round.
Yeah, I forgot about a lot of things I need to do. Like, I forgot advantage, and I forgot about uncanny dodge, but that's fine. It's a learning experience.
This is the first time Kenneth's ever been threatened. Oh, what is granting you advantage?
Insightful fighting.
Is it permanently, or is it? I thought that was each
benefit
round you have to do.
Lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, okay, cool beans. 14 touches his AC.
Okay. Damage. Oh, of course. Of course, 2 nat 1.
Dude, I feel you.
Nice. Let's see. That's going to be a total of 12 damage plus the A. He is bloodied. As you attack at him with his, or as you attack at him with your sword, he's going to just kind of like look back up. You know, his face cut, bleeding. And he's gonna point his short sword at you and say, "We'll be back for you, Albert. We'll be back for you. Hey, let's roll." The other one's gonna look over and say, "You got it, boss." He takes the disengage action and he's going to run and jump out of the window. On the 14 initiative count, he takes the disengage action. He runs and jumps out of the window. If Clara Strador runs to the window, you can see these guys running off into the mist and darkness of the night.
What if
Can
I
I try and
jump
make-
after them?
Can I make
You
a?
want to jump after them and go? Okay, we'll move on initiative.
I'm just
Claw.
kidding.
Okay,
I'm
I was
just
gonna
asking.
say.
They're
Well,
like right out into the night. I don't think they have enough movement to outrun me if I just went on my next round and leapt after them.
yeah, and
my
also
short
Claw is going to shoot with his longbow at
Can I smite through my elbow if I drop 20 feet?
which one looks more bloodied, by the way?
The one that was bloodied was whatchamajigger. Was the one that Stradora attacked. Well, they're both bloodied. They're both pretty bad.
I said more bloodied.
Oh, more bloodied? Kidnapper 1, the one that had Kenneth Penn.
Alright, if that's the case, Claw is going to use his longbow and shoot at him, and use a Zephyr Strike attack.
Alright, roll it for me with advantage. Running through the trees and stuff and mist down here, they do have partial cover from you.
I am using Hunter's Mark on him, by the way, as a bonus action, so he's going to take damage from that as well.
Is he that close?
You can't Hunter's Mark and Zephyr Strike at the same time.
Yes, I can.
He's ever striked this year before.
Yeah,
Well-
but Zephyr Strike's a concentration spell.
Oh,
But because
Hunter's
of
Mark's not a concentration spell. Yeah, you're good.
yeah,
No,
Hunter's Mark is no longer a concentration spell for me.
Yeah, easy peasy. Go for it.
So that being stated, let's go ahead and Hunter's Mark. Let's see, longbow. And you said it with advantage?
Yeah, go
Get 'em.
for it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 2d6, that's 2d6 from Hunter's Mark and Zephyr Strike added on to that? Or, sorry, 1d6? Is it?
Yeah, 1d6 from Hunter's Mark, 1d8 from Zephyr Strike, 1d8 for the longbow.
so you should just make them as global damage modifiers.
Yeah, I did it with Hunter's Mark, I didn't with Zephyr. That is a total of 25 damage.
Alright, you are going to see that arrow, like, them running between the trees. You take your time, breathe in, and swoop! The one who had Kenneth Penn goes down. All right. Effectively, you guys have won. You guys have won combat.
Welcome to Old Ardor.
I just wanted to sleep. That's all I wanted to do.
Same room this time.
Same room.
Get
Forgot
my
about all this
friends.
time.
I need to talk to Elma about that in the morning. Ugh.
It was probably because of me. Ass catching up with me. Good job, shot. Good shot on that. I keep saying when I say marrow. Good shot. Yeah. Good shot, Claw.
Whose room are we staying in? I need to move my stuff.
Yours. You have all your stuff in there.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, we'll make it easy for you.
All right. Otherwise, the night is going to pass by rather uneventfully.
Yay.
It is the morning of the 26th. To complete a long rest, the party at whatchamajigger at the temple has to sleep in a good little bit. That said, let's jump over to Lamilia, Alexander, and Anderson. Oh, gosh, you guys are so split. Anderson and Lumilia are at the castle, and Alexander is at his mom's house. All right, Alexander, are you there, Anthony? Say that again.
I'm here.
Cool beans. You are going to wake up in the morning at your mom's house. It seems that everything has, and I'm just looking over at the time, it seems that for the most part, things with her have gone back to normal, as she plans on, returning to work for the Calkin tomorrow and just taking a day to rest. Otherwise, she chit-chats about the events of last night. She showed up late to the party and didn't get let in through the gates, complained about it with some of the people there, went out to have a drink, and then came home.
Yeah, I was there, and I think that's the first time I've ever gotten knocked out in a fight.
If you if you keep fighting like your father, probably won't be the last.
I was dead known to go down.
He's took the long rests more than once.
That's fair. I guess some of them went to Alma's last night, so I'm probably gonna meet up with everyone there. We might be going out for a while, Mom. We're thinking of making a trip out to Elian.
She's gonna nod and say, "Oh, you just be safe and keep your wits about you. If I needed my loves near me every single moment of every day, I wanted to have settled down with your father."
And as you said, he's a free spirit that just constantly moves, right?
She's gonna nod and say, "As for me, I think I might hit up that tavern again." Moving forward, she'll kiss Celebris, or not Celebris, Celebris Jr. On the forehead, and head out for her task for the day.
Still consider what I told you, Mom. Maybe spend some time at Somar. I know after everything that happened, you're probably still a little beat up, or a little beat and tired.
I'll take the advice. Meat heads off.
I figure since Celebris would have still known Alma and everything, Alexander relatively knows where the temple is.
Oh yeah. You also come equipped with the same knowledge as all Ardorians. Old Ardor is kind of skeevy.
Yeah, but he knows not to make a shit of it, so he wears a cloak to kind of
you're
hide
fine.
it.
You head to Old Ardor to rendezvous with the party?
Yeah, and see Alma. It's probably been a while.
Okay. So Alexander heads to see the party. Lumilia, Willow, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Lumilia wakes from a pleasant rest inside of the castle. You are the only person inside the castle. Or rather,
Yes,
the only party member other than Anderson inside the castle. At the top of the morning, there is a knock on your door.
Who is it?
Maria, you hear Maria's voice as she says, "It's Maria. I wanted to see you before breakfast."
Oh, I'll open the door.
Roll initiative.
Maria is going to show up, and she is going to say, again, I'm sorry about last night. I honestly didn't think Corwin was planning anything in the kitchen and that it was a feint. And I got so consumed with my own ambitions that I put it on the back burner of my mind. I shouldn't have loaded that task onto you.
I've already forgiven you. Just please tell all of us next time. That's all I ask. You can send us to do things, but all of us, please. I'm not exactly equipped to fight. She nearly killed me, Maria.
She's going to nod and say, yes. And for that, I wanted to say I'm so incredibly sorry. But I got you a gift.
Oh? What is it?
She's going to remove her hands from behind her back. She offers a jingling set of metal towards Lumilia. It is wrapped in a red velvet cloth.
I'll take it very gently and unwrap it.
You are going to see and hear several gold pots, several mithril utensils.
I'm sorry, did you just say gold pots?
Pots, yes.
Gold.
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 Like the mineral gold.
Yes.
The mineral gold that's incredibly bad for things that have to withstand heat.
Yeah, sure. And you're also
okay.
You're also going to see some silvered items in here. Between this set, you are able to put together 2 high quality set of cooking utensils out of what Maria's brought to you. She's going
Not high quality if it's got gold, but...
Well, we'll say the gold is more for storing spices and other things, of just like canisters, not cooking pots. Maria's going to say they were going to throw this out. I woke up early and helped clean off, salvage what I could of the good stuff from the kitchen.
These are beautiful. Thank you.
She's going to nod and say, well, if there is anything else I can do for you, I guess I owe you again.
You don't owe me.
She's going to nod, moving, or she starts stepping out of the room and says, "Oh, by the way, you should look out. Your bird has a magical ring now.
It's not my bird.
Well, the
Why?
one you bought.
Oh, great. He's going to be even more obnoxious now. That's nice.
She's gonna say he was showing it off in the courtyard this morning. All right, I'll leave you to your morning rituals. She bows and then steps out.
Be safe.
You too. What does Lumilia want to do for the morning?
Wash the soup out of her hair.
Bathing, that's always good. All right, Lumilia, you open your door to ask for, somebody to bring you in, a tub of warm water so you can start washing your hair and caring for yourself. As you do, Shaboof, who is watching her currently? I suppose it's Jelkin now. As you do, Asuandria is going to walk straight into your room and say, "Oh my gosh, Lumilia, can you believe it? We get to go on an adventure. I mean, sure, we're going to be teleported there, but it's almost like we're traveling someplace."
It's pretty exciting.
She's going to nod and say, like, you remember that time when we went to Somar Villa and we took a horse and carriage? What if we get, like, a carriage in Elyan? What do you even think the elves ride on?
I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll find out.
The only pretty elf I've ever seen has been Wensley. What do you think the rest of them look like?
I'm guessing most of them are pretty, but I haven't met many either.
She is going to sit in your room as Lumilia prepares herself for the day and continue to ooze enthusiasm.
I'm okay with this.
All right, Jalkin seems there's such better uses of my services. You just see it painted on his face, but otherwise he's there too. All right.
Oh, lose the smirk, knight. I fought a demon yesterday. You can stand to watch over me for 20 minutes.
Oh, it's not a smirk. It's kind of like a dry expression of just like, now I'm the babysitter. All right. So if Lumilia takes time to prepare herself after she's done preparing herself, is there anywhere?
And clean her scales.
Oh, okay. Is there anything she wants to do before I jump to the rest of the party?
No, you just go meet up with them.
You head to the temple to find them.
Do I even? I do know they were going there. Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. Asuandria follows you all the way to the gate, talking the whole time of her enthusiasm. As you get to the gate, Jalkin's going to put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Princess, you're not cleared to go into the city yet. At least not without the head diviner or her ward." And she's going to say, "I am her ward. Her new ward, the bird." And she's going to grumble. In the distance in the courtyard, you see Anderson waving enthusiastically. Meklor sitting on a post, wings out, presumably preaching to the guards. Anderson says,
Hey, look, there's
I'll
the
be
ward.
your honor.
There's the bird. She can come.
Jalkin's going to say, not with explicit instructions from the head Ostranger is going to look to Lumilia and say, well, at least I can be outside now. I'll just go watch them practice in the courtyard.
I'll bring the others back as soon as I can.
She nods and heads off to the courtyard with Anderson. Alright, that said, Lumilia, I'm so sorry, there's just one last die I have to roll. Okay, Freen was escorted out of the keep. He is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, thank the gods.
Alright, otherwise, Lumilia is able to travel to the city towards Old Ardor. Alright, the party is going to be able to reconvene at the Spooky Church of Dancy Dance in the morning. By the time Alexander and Lumilia get there, Claw, Shadora, and Kenneth are going to be finishing up on a long rest, just waking up. For the purposes of time, Anthony or Willow, do you need me to re-describe the church or its layout?
I'm good.
Sunrise? Good here.
Okay, cool beans. Alright, if you guys just wait, eventually you're going to see them start walking the quarters. I'm going to say the party is reunited inside of the cathedral, and I'll roll a check of who is coming here. There are different people coming to the cathedral, moving in and out of it inside of this open chapel. Most people seem to be passing through, probably about 3 to 4 at a time. The party's all together, minus Anderson.
Jeez. It's almost midday. Can you guys get up a little earlier once in a while?
Were you anywhere close to a window?
And somebody decided to try and abduct her.
I'm gonna go check a corpse. You guys want to come? I'm just saying it out loud. We're gonna go check a corpse. Do you guys want to come?
I have a lot of questions.
Hold on, all of y'all need to slow down. Someone got kidnapped and we're checking a corpse? What happened?
They tried to. They tried to, from my understanding, and we took care of them, and I killed one of them.
But we're gonna go check. Gonna see what he has.
Did you guys?
We're gonna loot a corpse.
Yeah.
Did you guys tell Alma about this?
No.
I forgot
The
about
last time I spent speaking to that person, the better.
Yeah.
I was actually wanting to make sure tell him about that when I finished getting up. Once I found him, and I thought he left. I thought he would be out here by now. Claw looking around. Does he see his uncle?
In the cathedral? Wait, no, he'd have a priest here. There is a zombie that is currently performing. Ever so often in between songs, it chants and says, it picks up a scroll. On it, you can see very basic tenets. At which point it puts it back down and performs another song. It is dressed in a flowing grav.
Remind me again why we're fine with this?
Because Alma worked with my dad and Claw's dad to help protect the country years ago. Well, to put it simply, he's batshit crazy, but he's actually harmless.
This is heresy. Heresy.
Oh boy.
Pretty sure this is heresy.
You want to check his room, Claw?
Yep, I'm gonna go check up on Alma in his room, see if he's in there.
If anything, you just gave him another priest for his cathedral, guys.
Yep.
You are going to be able to find Alma. Give me 1 second to change the music.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Oh, and he is covered in skeleton tattoos as well. I remembered that much about my uncle.
You're going to be able to find Alma. He is sitting at his desk. He is reading a book, a hat next to him. His hat on the desk next to him, and he looks up and says, "Claw, my dear boy, what brings you back in? How was your rest? Pleasant? Sleep like the dead?"
No. Actually, Uncle, there was some people who broke in last night and tried to abduct Kenneth.
Oh, well, maybe I should install some locks on the doors.
Yeah, and windows.
The place near the front didn't stop them? I'll have to give them a stern talking to. They know their
They came
orders.
from.
Are
we with him? Or?
Yeah, I would have brought you all with me, and and I'm sure you remember Alexander, and this is Lumelia.
Hi.
Alma is going to say, "A pleasure, shaking each of your hands. And then so, well, Claw, I actually don't have time to regale you with stories. You can see any of the clergy if you need that. Interesting revelations. Ada Nayan can stay at your father's estates. And I'll see to it that she gets a bit of gold that she can make the travels. By the way, stay away from the princess and don't try to dispel any effects that are currently afflicting her. With that, I'm going to take my leave.
I'm sorry, what?
I take it you did a clearing of your mind.
He is going to say, yes, and things in the capital might not be as they seem.
Yeah, we know it all.
Wait, did you know that when you were talking out of your ass last night about curing her?
No, he did not.
Good.
He's going to say, no. Lord Esterai just informed me. Not this one, the other one, as he points to Claw.
Sir Alma, sir. Do you want a corpse use, reanimate?
He's going to say, no, that's heresy.
What?
Sorry, this laughing at
Nora leaves.
I'm blinking,
Lumilia's going with her. Just I'm
blinking, and I'm going out.
Half the party leaves.
Alma, you gotta learn to pick your jokes once in a while.
Yeah, at that, as the party starts going, he's going to say, all of the clerics who serve in this temple of Renalta have made pledges to continue serving her in death. They've each met on timely ends, but their bodies continue on for her. I don't just animate random corpses of the dead.
Why not? Seems more efficient. Sorry, heresy.
Yeah, it's
Heresy.
heresy.
Against their will? That's heresy.
Right? Yes, and we were...
I hate all of you.
I am going to... I know. I'm also wanting to let
left.
you know that my friends and I are going to be heading out for a while to Alian.
He's going to say, well, that's great. I didn't know you were in town. I hope the travels go well.
Thank you. Just felt like you would like to know, and Dad, if he starts asking, at least I told you. And with that, he'll give him a hug and start heading out.
Alright. Alma's not terribly far behind you guys as he heading through the temple. He's going to change out the scroll that the zombie in the front that's performing has. He puts 3 more on the pile and adjusts a couple of the others, like correcting their posture, putting their instrument properly in their mouths. Otherwise, you guys are able to leave the spooky church. You go into the forest looking for where the people ran off to.
I am.
I'd join them.
Leslie just saw the heresy part.
By the way, we should. Also, Andrea is waiting for us back at the castle. We've kind of got a trip to plan.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no, this won't take too long. Just making some comfort.
It's not worth it to split the party to go do what I'd rather be doing.
I'd go with you.
I do understand. I try and handle everybody equally, but when you guys split the party, that does cut into our session time of just like, you know, how much I'm just reasonably able to cover for you guys. Yeah. Alright, so heading into the forest. Kenneth, you can roll me an investigation check. You see blood in the area where you believe Claw to have shot this person. You also see, you know, like the footsteps and stuff leading away from your window, but you don't see a corpse.
Okay.
It's like
Can I provide the-
death
Oh
saves.
no.
I was going to say, can I provide the help action?
I would say before the roll, yes. After the roll, nah.
Nah, okay, that's what I was trying to say before, but
Yeah.
oh well.
At that, Kenneth, looking around, you check under some brush, check behind some trees. The corpse is gone.
Got away.
Mm,
Oh well.
Alright.
To the castle.
Yep.
Don't need to worry about Crash. Let's get moving.
Yeah, if they try that again, there won't be any of them to run away the next time.
Now they're
Mm,
We won't be in the city. Quick, to us, Andrea.
All right, the party head back to the castle.
Yes.
Yep.
like I said, I have no more time for Crash.
I'm good
Okay.
with that.
By the time, well, the party is. I guess I'll roll it. Okay. The party is going to be able to travel back towards the palace district, into the castle. There is a bit of a hiccup at the gate as they're not letting people, you know, in or out. But eventually, one of the passing knights who is to, you know, help order the guards around the castle notices Stradoran's like, let them in. The party is allowed inside of Zenith Rise, and let me move the map. All right. Moving from the Earth Gate, I'm assuming the party's just going to go looking for Anderson and Asuandria. In the combat, or rather in the courtyard, you can see that Asuandria is training with Anderson. Not too far off, Maria is there eating a breakfast that she has brought over here. Ever so often, as Anderson and Asuandria move closer to each other, Maria just yells stop, picks up, goes in, adjusts Asuandria's posture, puts the sword back in her hand, and tells them to keep going. A couple of the guard staff is watching this.
Maria's actually a good teacher.
Um,
Are you just
if
terrified
you
by the fact that Anderson's the one sparring with Aussie?
No.
If anything, I think that's most fitting, considering from what I saw through Mango, he seems to be able to take a hit.
Yeah, but you don't learn anything knocking your sword into a tree.
That's not what swords were meant for. If you guys are saying this as you're like approaching, Maria is like far enough from this that they're not, going to hear her unless she's shouting. She's gonna just like look back at you guys and she's gonna say, "Geez, shit with the sword."
Yeah.
At this, you see Anderson disarm her again. She goes and picks up the sword, and Maria's gonna yell, "Stop! Stop! Don't turn your back on him!" She turns, puts her food down, and steps towards the ring.
I wonder if Maria realizes she's a magic user, not a sword user.
Do you think Maria realizes
do both.
that Alessandria has no upper body strength?
It's wooden weapons they're sparring with, by the way.
If you want to complain about it, go tell her.
Brother Stradora,
Huh?
you want to spar with Aussie?
No. Would I teach her?
As you guys approach the circle, and Maria sitting back down to keep eating, Asu Andrea, who has charged Anderson, is going to see you guys turn and wave. Anderson smacks her weapon out of her hand again. Maria's going to say, "Focus!"
I'm gonna wave back.
This time, Asu Andrea backs up and picks up her weapon. Tiny improvements. I am rolling for them, by the way. Anderson, I don't think he can lose in a contested athletics check against.
I mean, he can, theoretically.
Well, I mean, his minimum is like, what? 7? Let me look.
Oh.
Six. All right. This is gonna go on for I guess as long as you guys are willing to watch. Maria's going to talk over to the party and say, "Unfortunately, Marina spent all night guarding the magnate's quarters. She's asleep now, and it's on her word when Asuandria is able to leave. And I say fortunately because since Oro's busy with the investigation, that means her protection falls down to me. Jalkin headed off, and Meklor and I are watching her. I get to stave off Dad yelling just for a couple more hours." She points at Anderson and says, "He's too dumb to stop, and she's too dumb to learn."
Hey,
That's...
your sister's plenty smart. Given what I found out about what happened last night, smarter than you.
She's gonna say, "I didn't mean offense to it. I just mean they're keeping each other busy. I'm sorry." Again, just watching this, I'm just gonna roll a D8. Anderson has smacked her weapon out of her hand 4 more times, and she has gone to pick it up.
Frustrating because he's a boulder that happens to know how to swing a staff, and she has no idea what she's doing. It's like trying to drink from the earth.
Would you rather be her sparring partner, Stradora?
Well, I actually be able to teach her instead of eating my breakfast.
Yeah, at that, Maria's going to put down the food and say, "Fine." And she's gonna look over to Asurandria and say, "Asurandria, stop for a moment. Sit, watch." Asurandria's gonna nod, stepping aside. Maria takes her weapon. She gets into a fight with Anderson, and he rolls a nat 1 on the check. Anderson moves to attack Maria. Maria's going to parry the sword, bring it around, hit Anderson in the side, and then bring the blade back up and knock his sparring weapon out of his hand. She's going to say, "Now, notice how," and explain her posture and footing. Asurandria is watching, not really absorbing. She's going to look over as they begin to go another round and say, "Hey guys! I know we were attacked last night, but I mean, we're gonna travel together. Well, I mean, not travel, teleport, but it's close enough."
Teleporting is traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I don't think she'll be able to get us square on the mark, so we might be doing some traveling from there.
Oh, that's a good point. Where should we actually start from? Could she get us into Alian, or do you have to go from, like, Dockendale?
Well, if they take my suggestion, we might be going to somewhere in Alonagai. Dockensdale or whatever. That's your neck of the woods, Stradora. See, if we get that to around there, you're gonna have to be our guide.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. Shador just kind of points. You go north.
As you guys are talking and watching, by the way, Anderson and Maria lock blades again. Maria going for the same move. Anderson being wiser to it this time, being able to catch it as they are locked. He attempts to this time hit Maria. Maria kicks out his leg in a bit of dirty fighting and disarms his sword.
Ooh, what was that? What was that posture there, Maria? Was that the underhanded technique?
He caught me by surprise.
Children, right
I'm
night.
gonna learn how to do that one. It's not.
Oh, that one's easy. They keep their legs too far apart. You hit them right between them.
And for mechanical purposes, because I know Jackal's going to watch this video later, they tie it on a check, and it goes in favor of the attacker. You guys can keep talking. BT dubs.
I mean, if we have to pick some random city in Alonagai, it'd probably be best to just go to Sky's Reach.
Well, where's your parents?
That's a great question. I don't know. We never covered that.
Where Roman and Kenyara chose to settle down, I feel like, Marbleport would be a great place for them.
That would be a great place.
There's a huge amount of sailing. It's a hobby of the culture. One of the big temples is there. I don't know why I said that, because I don't have the city, completely laid out in my notes, but...
Well, the other thing, too... Well, so, two things. Would we choose to settle there, given what Kenyara now does for a living?
Oh, yeah, organizing the army. What's your second question? Let me think about that as I look through.
Well, the second question was just, isn't Marbleport in the Tide Gate? Like, wouldn't that be on an island?
No, Marbleport. Marbleport. Hold on, I can move you guys to a world map. Marbleport, I believe, is like either right here. Hold on. It's either right there, or right there. But I'm about to check my notes because I'm about to look in depth. I don't know if you had any other questions I can answer while I'm looking.
No, that was pretty much it. Because it was like, wait, is that even actually the accurate statement? Because I don't want to lie to anybody.
Marbleport then honestly wouldn't be a bad.
And then too, it was more like if I was right about the Tide Gate thing, then it's like, no, that'd be a dumb place to go because then we have to get a boat. And half of this party has definitely got some boat-based PTSD.
I put an arrow on the map where Marbleport is.
It's straight south from where we're going, so.
Yeah, well, you know, Alona Guy covers a lot of places. There's probably closer, actual important town.
Well,
If I remember my Alilnagian geography well enough, I believe the Shattered Lands, which I happen to know its supreme light, is closer.
Yeah, but don't you want to see your parents? It's probably been a while for you.
Yeah. Also, none of this is happening in character until I can actually answer the question.
Oh, what's the question? Where they would be situated at?
Is Marbleport a valid answer?
Yeah, I would say either Marbleport or Amirian. You can choose between the two.
Yeah, we'll go Marbleport. It's closer to the ocean. Dad would have definitely pressed on the oceany bit.
Yeah, fair.
Mom and Dad live in Marbleport. It's like, it's not the most southern you can get in Alilna Guy, but it's pretty close. It's on the ocean. It's not like a bad place, but, you know, it's not the closest place to out.
Well, I mean, we've, sans Lamilia, have all gotten to see our parents while venturing together lately, so seems only fair that we meet yours.
I don't like the way that's phrased. I don't. Because that is not, you should see your parents because you love them and they might miss you. That's, we want to meet your parents because everybody else got a chance.
My mom's super nice, Asu Andrea. As in, just gonna say, I bet yours is too.
My parents are lovely. Fine, if we can convince Reyna, we can go to Marbleport and meet my dad.
That'd be cool.
For those who are paying any sort of attention, out of what's been happening in the background, Anderson has gotten incredibly frustrated at getting bested by Maria in these contests, and he has angrily grabbed the wooden blade, ripped it out of Maria's hand, throwing it aside. Again, bringing the blade to attack her with actual bludgeoning pain as it hits with a whelp. Maria responds in tow by grabbing at her sword, going back at Anderson, knocking his blade out of his
jumping in on that.
Right in the balls!
At which point, yeah, if you jump in, Anderson is going to say, "Aha!" well done. Calming down. Maria, huffing, is going to take the sword, the wooden sword, and hand it back to Asuandra and say, do it like that. Asuandra, who has not been paying attention, is gonna...
Like that.
No.
Yeah.
Andrew, have you had
I
breakfast
thought
yet?
the angry man.
Asuandria is going to look over and say, "Oh, not really. I haven't been hungry. I'm just excited."
Well, I'm hungry. So, and Stradora will kind of like offer her arm. Why don't I get something to eat? You can tell me all the things you want to see in a little guy.
Can I come? I could eat the bridge.
I have another arm.
Yeah, I'll take your other arm. I'm okay with this.
Alexander pops out his extra arms and starts offering it to
Wait,
everyone.
like more than two?
Yeah, he's the noodle hitting the noodle astral arms. It's a big way
I'll take
to
one
key
of
point.
those. I'll just hold one arm for Stradora
Hey,
and one
there's
for
two.
Max.
Yeah, Asuandra will take a hand and say, "Oh yeah, well first they have these and and she'll start recounting some of the history of Alyan. At which point Maria's going to look over and say, "Wait, I'm supposed to be watching you." She goes to the weapon rack and pulls her metal sword, tying it to her waist. Mekalor is going to fly from the group of soldiers he was talking to, who he was legitimately talking to. They looked just marveled at the talking bird, though. And he's going to fly towards Maria. Maria and Mekalor follow the party in tow.
I'm gonna go find someone that can send a letter.
That can send a letter?
Gonna contact the family.
Okay. I mean, that's not going to be hard to find here.
Yeah, but they're all going to get food. I'm just gonna...
Okay,
Go my own way for
I'll
a
say
little
you're able to talk to the castle steward, and she'll be able to get your letter out. How do you guys feel about ending there? It's 8:30. Sure. It's touching our playtime, so I think getting into anything else is gonna, be another big event. All right. So the party had time to rest and recoup after. The party had time to rest and recoup after they had after the big fight. Kenneth, you fought off some attackers in the night.
Trash. That's what he's calling them. Just trash.
Wait, what did you name them? Muscle and Scratch?
No, trash. They're
trash. Okay, I was like, Muscle and Scratch. I'll roll with that. Let's go. Let's see. There were 3 of you there, so do you guys want to share that experience with the rest of the party?
Sure.
Sure, I don't see why not.
Sure. We're all really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the party's gonna get 100 experience apiece then for combat. As far as storyline things are concerned, you guys completed a quest. The princess can travel. As to what those restrictions are, we will determine them in the future. What other major stuff happened tonight?
Claw got more of his personal quest.
Yeah, you guys got introduced to Alma. That was an event.
That was a thing.
I'm sorry. In the future, for Jackal who watches this. I am sorry for introducing your character without you being here, but it's more entertaining for you to watch.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything else important happened tonight?
Mekalor got an upgrade.
I killed Corwind.
Yeah.
I got
I mean-
her.
You do?
I also cursed. I feel like that's significant since I'm a cleric.
Did you actually kill her?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, she
A
did?
mace to the skull and a
I mean,
cleaver
like,
to the
permanently?
chest.
I don't
She'd
know
better
about
be
that,
dead.
but,
Right.
Oh no, I expect her to show up again, but this version of her is gone.
Right.
Does it just go back to the same body?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know, but yeah. I guess.
I'm gonna say 1,300 experience for tonight. Also, Lumilia. Add a diamond worth 300 gold to your inventory and a ownership contract proving that you are the verified owner of said diamond. Everybody else from the various loot and from the various loot left behind from the cultists and the magnate being willing to help you guys out and preparing to travel, you can add 3 loot points to your character sheet.
Sweet. Can I skip those and get my dagger that I gave her, Alessandria?
You want the Dagger of Venom back?
Yeah, she put it in the armory because she didn't want Alessandria to have it. I figure something like that.
She put it in not the armory. She put it in somewhere else. She has a personal. Yeah.
she put it in the chest labeled things that we don't talk about in this household.
Yeah.
So it was 1,000.
Never mind then.
1,100.
1,300 experience and 3 loot points for the party, except Lumilia. Lumilia doesn't get any loot points. Lumilia gets a diamond, worth 300 gold.
How much XP was it?
1,300.
3 loot points can give a storyline NPC a class!
That is true.
So we're at 10,303 total now, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do the.
What the fuck is an obsidian weapon? You mean obsidian?
Hold on. Let me
Nope,
look
he
real
has
quick.
obsidian written here. I don't know if he meant obsidian.
Obsidian. It's a metal in the world. Obsidian metal weighs, in general, weighs twice as much. All weapons gain the heavy property, and all armor made out of obsidian requires 13 or more strength to use. The weapon effect, even if it's non-magical, when you critically hit using an obsidian weapon, it deals additional damage equal to its damage dice. And the armor effects, you have advantage on checks and saves against being moved against your will.
What about
It is very heavy stuff. Okium, this is on the custom tables. I'll link this, but I'll also read this last one here. Its passive infusion die is bigger, so if you put an infusion on it, it deals more damage or rolls better. And then for the magical effects of Okium, even if it is unenchanted, it counts as a magical weapon, even if it doesn't have a magic bonus.
Boy.
Alright, so let's see real quick. Your guys' next session is going to be on the 18th of July. I don't think I'm able to make that, as I will be celebrating my sister's graduation that night. And it is also my birthday. If we want to cancel, we can cancel your next session, but we can talk about it. I'm comfortable shifting it to a different day, if that works for you guys. Let's have that discussion inside of your chat log, though.
Okay. Damn it, I'm so close.
Alright, thank you everybody who watched. On the screen,
well.
you'll see the names of the artists and people who helped make this
Any inspiration
possible.
tonight or no?
Oh, inspiration. Let's see. Anderson. No, I'm kidding. Let me think for a moment.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
He might have forgotten to push the talk button.
Wait, have you guys not been able to hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Weird. Whack. Let's see. Inspiration. Do. Give me inspiration for Lumilia. Yeah, she stayed there to bash in Corwin's skull, the source of all her problems. And I'm gonna say inspiration for Kenneth tonight.
If I already have inspiration, what happened?
You can have 2 because of how I'm doing it this time.
Okay.
All right. Do you want normal inspiration or do you want me to roll on our table?
Let's roll.
Table!
Table, table.
First one's for Lumilia, second one's for Kenneth.
Normal inspiration.
All right, and let's have a conversation in your guys' chat about your next date.